to Destroyers.
What are we destroying today?
We are destroying my childhood. The two CGI Action Man films that came out in 2004 and 2005 respectively. Did I see that? I quoted Deca Shadow. Sponsor us with what little money you have, Deca. We love you. You don't have, a clue Deca Shadow is,
I haven't
do you?
a clue, no.
So, yeah. What's... Where would you like to start? Would you like to start on the CGI aspects of this? Double bill?
Yes, I think that is a good start. Because, what the fuck?
It kind of resides within the Uncanny Valley, but in two different sections.
Well, in the first film we watched, what were they called?
The first one's Robot Attack, the second one's X Missions.
Right, with Robot Attack, like, it's just... What the hell? Like, they sort of look like clay, and they look like and the fucking characters look like they're in front of green screen, which I don't know how that's possible in a fucking cartoon.
And they move in very Thunderbirds-esque ways, don't they?
Yeah.
And let's not forget the gorilla.
Oh, like, that gorilla who has, like, 3 faces in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
angry, disabled, and disabled smiling. It doesn't look like a gorilla, and its hair stand on it like, I don't know, like it stuck his dick in an electric box for some dubious forms of pleasure.
It looks like, I don't know, it's just bad. It just looks
atrocious.
like, I mean, we need to put like a screenshot right now of the like 3 different, like just some shots of this gorilla.
I will stick those in, yes.
You know what we mean.
It's chronic, to say the least, and it's very obviously a 40-minute advert, both of them.
Yeah, but the second one, I think that was longer. I think that was like an hour.
Yeah, and it does drag, and just the overall execution of it is just not as good as the first one.
No,
and the first one looked bad, but comparatively to this, it looks like Citizen Kane on acid.
And not to mention the voice acting is better in this first one.
Yeah, even though some of them are the same people.
Yeah, but they don't sound the same, or they sound the same, but they just sound like so enthusiastic compared to the first film.
Yeah, it's like the first time they're like, oh, we're making this edgy, but for kids, independent CGI film, let's go for it. And then the second one, it's like Paramount will come in and go, right guys, come on, we've got to make this cooler.
They didn't.
It's like...
And then, like, right, we've done the gorilla, and let's talk about that tiger and the bear.
The Play-Doh
tiger first, because that was just
Play-Doh tiger. It's, I mean, it has a silhouette of a tiger, but it has none of the nuance that the tiger should have.
It doesn't look like it's got any fur on it. Like,
it's like a blob in the shape of a tiger with a tiger skin tattoo on it.
Yeah, pretty much. Either that or a tiger skin with like a picture of a tiger, like.
Yeah, it's just filthy looking. Action Man looks too nice, but in the first one he looked too scary with his glowing blue eyes.
Yeah, like there's just they couldn't make him look right at all.
No,
and there was that piece of artwork in the second DVD. In the start, I keep calling him Professor X. Dr. X looked okay, but Action Man just looked like...
In which one?
The second one, the one we just watched like 10 minutes ago.
And Red Wolf looks like Native American John Travolta in the second one, and it's like, what?
But he doesn't sound like Native American in the second one.
No, even though I think it's the same voice actors, it's like, oh, it just fell so far from grace, even though you were pretty low down the slope anyway. It's like the first one they'd walk 2 steps up to fucking up a hill, and then the second one was like they slipped and fell back down. Like, you didn't fall very far, but from where you were, you did fall. Oh, And the music's just so generic in the second one.
Yeah, in the first one, the music's not too bad.
It's like it's very distinctive, like electronic rock sort of thing. In the second one, they've tried to make it sound bigger, so it's just got this really generic sort of remix spy theme, and it's like, come on, be creative.
Yeah, it's almost like
sake.
watching a Mission Impossible film.
Mission Diabolical.
Like the old ones, anyway. Like the new ones are meant to be better, like Simon Pegg and them.
Yeah, but
it's still Mission Impossible.
It's still Tom Cruise. That's the bigger thing.
Yeah.
His presence winds me up. I don't know. There's something about Tom Cruise. He just sets me off the wrong way. And James Woods. Don't like him. Don't recommend hanging around with him. Trust me. I've seen what happens. They take you in the dark, and they sacrifice you to Stan, God of Death. When I think about it in the night, it gives me nightmares. Anyway, yeah.
We haven't talked about No Face yet.
Yes. No Face.
He's bad in both of them, but
I don't mind him in the first one. He's camp, he's weird, but
like at least in the first one, I think that was the point.
Yeah, but in this one, they just turned him into like uber coward,
and
he's basically Starscream.
And he also looks awful.
Yeah, they just took all the manx sinewy bits around his mouth away, and then he just looks like a grinning grey idiot.
He looks like a fucking mummy underling.
Mummy underling. Oh.
And when he takes off his mask and that. The most obvious JPEG.
Yeah, it's just like a wobbly JPEG of someone's head with the eyes and mouth missing.
And to be fair, the model wasn't much better when he had the mask on.
No, and his bandages in the first one, they've got texture, they've got levels in this. It looks like
and they look like
a disabled
sort of
kid's bike helmet
as well in the first one, like as if they've been there for a long time. But here it's like, oh well, his bandage looks.
It's literally like a crap superhero mask with like grey stripes oddly placed on it. Like he's wearing like a chrysalis mask.
It's like a mask you'd expect to see in Kick-Ass.
No, he looks like crap.
Look, all the fucking heroes in Kick-Ass 2 look better than him, and they're supposed to look shit.
Yeah. Are they?
Like,
I
don't know. Well, obviously not like the big ones, like the Colonel and
Mother Russia.
Yeah, I mean, like the crappy ones on the street. Like,
do you know I had to go see Kick-Ass on my own in the cinema? I was waiting for Liam and Phil to go see it with them, but one of us I think I turned up an hour early, and I ended up having to go see it on my own, and I'm very socially awkward, and I get nervous, and there was this huge fat man with like extra large Coke sitting next to me, and in the quiet bits you could just hear,
oh my god.
It's like, oh, make me uncomfortable, you big whale.
My god, sounds like
Stop.
a horrible. It's stories like this why I understand why like people don't go.
Oh, and there was the guy in Deadpool. Now this guy's kind of notorious around where we live. He's this Chinese guy, but he talks like he's, I don't know. I can't tell what his accent is. It's like Cockney, Swansea, swassencockney.com. Oh, that rain's getting heavy. Yeah. And so I've seen him on the bus before, and he's always you fucking this, I'm gonna beat you up, mate. And it's just like, okay. And then all the way through Deadpool 2, he was sitting in front of me in the cinema on his fucking phone, screeching.
Oh, and that was our experience with Endgame.
Oh, don't.
And that was your first time watching it too, like.
Oh my goodness.
They fucking ruined the film for us.
Blonde Jojo Siwa looking, she might be 16-year-old fucking gremlin sitting behind me in the cinema, spoiling everything that was about to happen in the film, literally like a minute before it happened. And it was infuriating. And I turn around and I give her the most evil,
You gave her the Paddington stare.
Raveled. I give her the Paddington stare on level death. The death Paddington stare. Paddington's death stare. D-stacks. But yeah, and they stopped, but then they carried on again. And when I went to see Transformers 3, as not good as that is, oh god, there was this fucking kid with his dad next to me. Daddy, I know that Transformer. And it's like, yeah, we all know that Transformer. That's why we're watching the bloody film. Because no one else watches this franchise anymore. It's just like, oh. And he went on for hours. Daddy, what's that mean? And it's like, it's no concern of your child. Just watch the big robots hit each other. Oh, it was fucking annoying, man.
Oh, what?
And
some people should just be banned from going to the cinema.
No, it should be like they should have like people who go regularly and like they should monitor people. And, like, people like us who have got loads of respect, we go to the cinema all the time, we're avid film fans, we get, like, the top class, like, theatre boxes, so, like, screenings.
Yeah.
And, like, and, like, the rowdy little gremlins are just...
Like, don't they have, like a certain screen that's, like, bigger than all the other ones?
Yeah.
They could just chuck us in there, and then everyone else, like, the peasants can just...
Yeah, and just put all the, luxury seats in the nice ones and put all the crap seats with a spring sticking through
But to be fair, I don't have a problem with the seats in view.
No. What format do you prefer, View or Odeon?
View.
I love the View, but there's something about walking in an Odeon, seeing those red strip lights going down the thing, and just seeing that big screen. There's something about that.
Yeah, I do like have memories with Odeon because obviously we didn't have a View.
Yeah, and before we had the Odeon, it was a UCI.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember it being the UCI? That's made me sad, Chili. I might have to kill you now. Oh dear.
Maybe I watched Pokemon when it was like that, because like, I don't know, I don't remember watching it because I went to sleep.
In the UCI,
I think I was like a baby when I went to see that.
My dad used to take me to the cinema, then we go to Toys R Us, I'd pick out an Action Man or something, tighten that back in there, and like, I used to like go home, like my dad literally used to live around the corner from where I am. So I just used to sit in there and the rain would be pouring down. I'd be sitting on the porch with a duvet over me with my new Action Man, whatever. It's fucking great. It was best shit every weekend. I saw a different film, even if it was crap, like Disney's Home on the Range, or
I think I saw that in the cinemas.
What was the other one? Valiant. That came out at the same time. Me and my brother had
I have a
chronic
soft spot
arguments.
for that film. Ricky Gervais.
Is he in
Like,
that?
he's the you know the one who like was to sign up with the little pigeon.
Yeah.
It's him.
And
the one who's
Ewan
a bit of a
McGregor,
coward.
the little pigeon.
What?
I think Ewan McGregor's the little pigeon.
Yeah, it could be. It's got a good cast, but like.
Yeah, but Home on the Range and Valiant came out at the same time. My brother wanted to see Home on the Range. I didn't really care, but I was a petty child, so I deliberately begged for Valiant, and we went to see Valiant, and my brother cried. But then they turned out to be both very mediocre films, if not awful, when it comes to Home on the Range. I've never sat through a more boring film in the cinema. No, I haven't. No, I was making a joke, but thinking about it, I don't think I have.
I think. What have I seen anything more? Brightburn's pretty fucking boring.
Was it?
Yeah.
Gravity was boring, and it made me sick. Like, the
I haven't
film's
seen
visually
Gravity.
stunning. It's a Sandra Bullock film, but they're in space, and they're working on a satellite, and then everything goes peak-tog, and she's the only one left. Like the way the Earth in space looks is fantastic, but it's fucking boring. And then, where in Alien, all the bits of Rectly Isolated have like payoff and stuff. This doesn't, and it's just 2 hours of Sandra Bullock crying in space, and then doing something, and then crying, and then doing something. It's like, come on, man. At least bring a monster from outer space into it that's gonna devour the Earth. Give me some entertainment value here. You just make me feel nauseous.
Oh, one of those films.
Yeah, because the camera spins in outer space. And it's like, oh, it's supposed to be all like...
It makes you think it's building up to something, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's just Sandra Bullock in space. And it's like, well, that's cool, I guess. Like, whatever. But nah. And I saw, like, I think they came out... Yeah, I think I saw Man of Steel after or before. I can't remember which one came out first. That film just made me annoyed as a kid. Because it was like, why is Superman so violent? This isn't necessary.
I haven't watched Man of Steel. I'm not really the biggest Superman fan.
Imagine Superman going through emo Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire phase, but without the accidental comedy. So he's literally just mopey and edgy. And it's just like, this is one of the things I don't get about how they design these superheroes for films. So, Superman has pants, so we'll get rid of the pants. What about the belt? No, keep the belt. He doesn't need the fucking belt now. The pants are gone. I know the pants are stupid to begin with, but now you're just pulling away at the seams. And then it just looks even stupider. You know, just give him his pants.
Or just don't just take the belt away too.
Yeah, at least Batman still, it works for him to have a belt because it's a
because all of his
utility
shit is on there.
Yeah, but Superman's is just a sparkly gay icon round his waist, you know. Doesn't need it if he hasn't got the thing.
He's just got it to show off.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, look at my belt. Look how buff it makes me. If I take it off, I don't look as buff. That's why I always wear the belt. What about the pants? The pants, they also made me look buff. Look how big that bulge is. You want a bit of that, don't you? Come here, Jimmy. They're gonna do that one day in this modern comic book climate. It's gonna be like, Lois, I am leaving you for Jimmy Olsen. Goodbye. Mail my bags to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Superman, you're so buff. I know. Ride my dick, bitch. Jimmy Olsen dies. He couldn't handle Superman's sheer weight. He's a buff man. What if all these superheroes had massive beer guts and the suits were basically just like corsets and made them look buff? And they're all weak, and that's why they get defeated a lot. It's because they're all fake muscles. It's just fat redistributed by this weird suit. And when they take them off, they're just huge, fat weirdos. I'd read that. I'm gonna write that.
Yeah, like that. We can't post this podcast until you've done it now, because someone might steal your fantastic idea.
Yeah, I'll put it on Insta. I'll put it on Instagram, man. Oh. Then again, the guy who made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then someone went and ripped off part 3 and was like, I've never had a JoJo in my life. And it's like, well, you clearly fucking have. You nearly ripped off the stand.
Wait, what is this rip off?
Person of the Mask is Jack. I can't remember what it's. I can't remember what it's called, man. Oh, dear. Diesel, maybe, or Petrol.
Is it an anime as well? Or
no, it's an American comic book from the 90s.
Oh, right. And it's just a rip-off of Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah, but this guy denies it, and it's like, we've all seen through your lies. It's a very strange coincidence that they have both these very distinctive qualities as each other and basically follow the same plot. You've ripped off JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Give our precious little guy his money. You scumbag. I'll kick your ass. I'll get...
Like, who rips off JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Like,
this
who does that?
Sap. This rancid...
Like, of all the things
crap.
you can pick to rip off, you pick
Game
off
Boy.
one of the most unique things ever. Like...
Oh, it's like ripping off Star Wars. Loads of people did it, and you can instantly tell when it is ripping off Star Wars, because it's one of those most distinctive things where you're just like, they got that for Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, you just if
It's
you are
like-
gonna rip it off,
it's
at
like
least do
ripping
it in
off-
a way where it's like you've added your own.
yeah, it's
like,
like
thing
ripping
to
off
it,
Transformers. It's like, what else does robots that turn into vehicles and fight?
Exactly. It's like all those Minecraft rip-offs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Uh,
it's like they're all pretty much
World
the same
Forge
game, but
Minecraft,
shit.
fact. Have you seen
It's like the Playmobil movie to the Lego movie.
have you seen the Minecraft cringe video?
The what?
The Minecraft cringe, Minecon cringe compilation.
I have not.
Oh,
I'm aware of Minecon, but I didn't know this was...
Is this kid called Super Kai 64? And he's like this little potato man with long hair, and he walks up and he's like, "How much dedicated RAM could I add to a server?" What? Dedicated RAM, so I add to server. And everyone's just sitting there like, "Oh, yeah." And then this girl goes out and she's got glasses, mangled teeth, like proper like. She had a Minecraft axe in her hand, but you could tell like if there wasn't a Minecraft axe there, there'd be a little teddy bear called like Stuckins or something. And she goes up and she's, oh, what'd she say? Oh, she said, "Would you like to join my daddy's Minecraft server? Mine's Forgecraft." You want me to join your dad's server? My dad's Minecraft server, yeah. Okay. And it's like, this is... He's like, "Do any of you have autism? And if so, how does it affect the way you work? Don't all answer all once."
What's that got to do with Minecraft?
Well, there's that thing of, people can, if they got autism, they're very good at one specific thing.
That still has nothing to do with Minecraft.
Well, you can't be like, "Did it help you become super geniuses in the fields of the video game?" Yeah, but these guys end up rejecting this question like, yeah, we're not answering that.
They
So-
probably didn't want to offend anyone.
No.
Like,
But imagine being in the, like, I mean, I'm on the spectrum. It's like me being in
yes,
the crowd.
so am I. Like,
It's like us being in the crowd, sitting there, and then this guy asks that, and then us going, "I'm so offended. He said autism. I am one of he." It's nah, man.
no, it's not like.
It's like, answer the question. It's not that
Yeah,
difficult.
like,
Don't-
I get why
don't be
they did. I
ashamed
get why
for-
they didn't, but like most of us won't care. Like,
yeah,
And if anyone who
Don't be
isn't on it is offended, who gives a shit?
don't be ashamed
Like,
for
it's
being
not
a
their problem.
tismoid. I'm a tismoid. I love being a tismoid. Oh, I don't love being a tismoid.
It's helpful for the most part.
Yeah.
Like,
It helps you stand out amongst the crowd. Hey, man, we're progressive. Whoa!
I think we're running out of Action Man to talk about.
Should I tell stories from when I was a child about Action Man?
Oh yeah, I would like to hear some of these.
Right, my dad had the original Action Man, the ones made by Palatoy, which came from the molds of the original G.I. Joe. But then Action Man ended up becoming a lot better than G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe ended up using a lot
Wait,
of...
what was first?
G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe came in 1963. Palatoy got the molds from Hasbro in 1965, and in 1966 Action Man came out using the exact same molds and assets.
But better.
They were identical at first, but I don't know. When I see the G.I. Joe logo, I'm just sort of like, whatever. But the Action Man
What's
logo,
more valuable?
G.I. Joe's.
Yeah, I thought so.
But there are
That doesn't make it better.
but that's just over here in America.
In America.
It's the other way
it's-
around.
Yeah, it's because like G.I. Joe was more American,
Yeah.
whereas we're more
Action
Action
Man
Man,
is
so we've got more
Britain's
Action
G.I.
Man.
Joe.
Like,
Yeah, but then the Action Man team came up with the method of this grip in hand technique where Action Man's hands were solid plastic and really weird looking before. they made him have like flexible gripping hands so he could hold all his weapons and the fingers would conform to the guns and stuff, which was really cool. Then they added flocked hair. American took those, renamed the gripping hands the what are they called? Like the karate hands or something. I can't remember. Or like jujitsu hands. And it's like, nah, they're just gripping hands. They don't do any special moves. And it's like, then they, Palatai invented the eagle eyes, so, you know the one I showed you yesterday where his eyes move back and forth? Yeah, so then they invented that. America took that, changed it to Hawkeyes. Then Action Man won them up won them. Whatever. That them sentence of words placed within themselves. They remade Action Man's body to look a lot more buff. And then Action Man got cancelled in 1984. After being one of the longest running toy lines ever. Until Star Wars. Star Wars has outdone most toy lines.
No, I mean until
until
they came back. Like, but you took it back.
Yeah, I zoned out then. I'm not quite sure what happened. Yeah, and then so that was the Action Man my dad grew up with. Then in 1991, I think it was, again Hasbro ported over G.I. Joe figures, the new ones where it's like Duke, Snake Eyes and stuff, as the original run of Action Man. But then they made their own head for him. Now this new Action Man had a much buffer body than the original one. The articulation was a bit different, but they kept the blue pants, they kept the scar on the cheek, but they added a tattoo on his arm. I'll try and stick that in the...
It shouldn't be too hard. You've probably got one you can take a photo of.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna like edit all the different variations of Action Man I've talked about in this. That'll be
just whenever it's necessary.
Yeah. So then I was born in 1996. Got my first Action Man in 97. I could probably find an image of that as well. It's a blue-topped Action Man with a laptop. No, it's not. It's this Action Man in a green camouflage vest with a gun moulded to his hand. Yeah, they started doing...
Like, it's just moulded to his hand?
Yeah, because he had a gimmick. You press a tattoo on his arm and he shot the missiles out of it.
Okay, I forgive it then.
Yeah, it's... The original Action Man, you bought the accessories, so you only needed one or two Action Men, and then you just bought the clothes for them. The new ones were like gimmick specific, so you had one that had a scuba suit that went invisible underwater that you could play with in the bath. You had like one where it's just Action Man's head in a big mech suit with like a Gatling gun arm, and then you've got that music keeps sounding like music from fucking Transformers 1986.
Spyro. Really liked it.
That's stressing me out. So yeah, I was born 1996. I got that first Action Man, and then I got a couple more. I got like a Silver Speeder car and stuff, and then I sort of fell in love with the whole thing. I like Dr. X. I like the visual design, and like it was just I could get lost in this like it was. Like loose lore that I could create myself with them. So my dad like got a cardboard box, built like papier mâché around it, smoothed it down, painted it, so I could keep all my Action Man stuff. And then I had loads for years. I'd get them every opportunity my dad could find me one. I had about 60, I think.
Jeez.
And then he bought me this book called The Action Man Official Dossier, which led me to find out about the Action Men he grew up with. And when my dad died in 2007, I carried on buying them. My nan would buy them for me then. And then I kept a couple. I got rid of loads of them because I was like, oh, I'm grown up now. And it's like one of the biggest regrets of my life because they have so much nostalgic value for me. So, yeah. And now I have a couple. They're in a box. Well, they're all in boxes now. I have a couple of the ones I grew up with. but most of them are the 60s to 80s Action Man figures. And I've tried building up their original clothes. I've got 2 original 1960s ones, and they're holding up pretty well. I've got 3 reissue anniversary 70s Action Men. I've got one from 2005 with flocked hair, and I've got he's blonde, and I've got the soldier and the football. Yeah, the original ones. There was black hair, brown hair, ginger hair, and blonde hair.
There's ginger ones.
Yeah.
Wow, like black and brown I can see,
But yeah, and then they brought in Tom Stone, who was the first black soldier figure ever made. Then they came up with Bullet Man, who's like superhero. It got really weird. Like, you saw the Captain Zargon space pirate
a couple
figure.
of them the other day.
So yeah, and then I think I lost track a bit there, but I'll continue as I was. Yeah, and when I was a kid, I had Dr. X, Gangrene, Professor Gangrene, Tempest, Max, No Face, Antifreeze, all these characters, and they were just so weird because, like, Dr. X would have a different design every year. So, like, he started off, he had a mohawk, it's like purple, like, jumpsuit, and just a robotic hand and boots. And then they cut his stomach open, and all his guts are out. And, like, the figure had, like, slushable guts.
That's pretty cool.
And then they'd always make his arm bigger. They made him a biker with a spinning robotic hand with a chain on it. At one point, he had missile gun arms. His eye got more mechanical because it used to be an eye patch. And then, yeah, it got really cool. And I single-handedly brought Action Man back when I was a kid. I think I told you the other day.
You did, but explain again.
When I was in year 7, because I had a tendency to still play with toys, even to this day, I still collect stuff. But, like, I was playing with toys, so I was about 14 because I wasn't allowed outside because my mother was a bit strict with that sort of stuff. And yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, single that. Yeah. So when I was in school, I wrote a letter to Hasbro saying how much I love Transformers and I love Action Man and I wish they'd bring Action Man back. And I drew a picture of Action Man on the back of the letter. Half a year later, I go into Tesco's with my nan, and what do I see sitting on a shelf? Action Man's back. They messed him up a little bit. They took his tattoo and they made Dr. X look more like Darth Vader. I was like, why? But it was an Action Man in the t-shirt that I had drawn on the back of the letter. And also, Hasbro had sent me, they sent me a Transformers Ironhide figure. Unfortunately, the day I got it was the day my grandfather died. So imagine being like psyched all the way through school.
Yeah.
Being like, I got a Transformer, going home, and it's like, oh, we're sorry, Grandpa's gone. And I was like, how do I go from having the best day ever to the worst day ever in the same day? It's just so unfortunate. It's like, man, oh. But yeah,
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and now Hasbro pretty much bought out every license. They bought Marvel off Toy Biz. They bought Power Rangers off Bandai. What else have they got? They've got Overwatch. DC? No, Spin Master of DC, and they're going to be worse than the Mattel ones. Didn't you find out Hasbro had, like, they got, like, a rapper's, like, record?
Yeah, they have Death Row Records. So, like, are they going to be bringing out Tupac figures?
Tupac figures!
I will buy that if they do.
I don't even listen to Tupac. Hasbro, buy that.
Release Tupac figures, make them look like him decently, and I will give you my money for them.
That'd be genius. It's like, it'd be like you could put it alongside, like, if you cut, like, the neck, like, if you like quite varied with the music, you could put them next to, like, the Iron Maiden figures and like the Alice Cooper figures.
Like these figures do exist already, some of them. Like, I've seen a Biggie Smalls one. And I saw a Biggie Smalls Funko Pop for fucking... It was golden, so it didn't even look like him.
So it just looked like a gold man?
Guess how much it was?
How much?
It was fucking £200 or something. Like, it was either £200 or it was more.
Well, the Misfits pop vinyls are like 80 quid, and the Kiss ones, the original run, go for £300 each.
Fuck.
Yeah, no.
I mean, did they like not make many or something?
No, they did. It's just, well, they were limited, but they became a massive collector's item because Kiss has like a massive memorabilia, like
Yeah, I've
collectible
seen a lot of
aspect, man.
Kiss figures.
Like,
Like
I've got the
icons,
McFarlane Kiss
like-
figures, and I've got the Aurora models, which I need to build. I need to get Gene Simmons before that, though. And they're worth a bit, but they cost me a tenner each, and Gene Simmons is going to cost me 20, I think. So it's fine. Plus, I know I can paint this sort of
That's
stuff.
50 quid for the whole set then. Like,
Yeah, and they were good. I think they were about 14 inches. So
that's decent.
yeah, you just build them together, glue them together, paint them up, and then Bob's your uncle. You know what I'm saying? It's a piece of piss. Just never got around. I've had them 3 years. Never got around to doing it. Always been a bit afraid.
You don't have Gene Simmons yet.
Yeah.
So.
And it just looks strange having Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss. Then again, who likes Gene Simmons? He's a tosser. Then again, so is Paul Stanley. Then again, so is Ace Frehley. Then again, so is Peter Criss. So, but Gene Simmons is like the uber twat, isn't he? Nobody likes Gene Simmons.
No.
We
Not
don't
even
like you, Gene.
Not even
We don't
Gene
like you,
Simmons
Gene.
likes Gene Simmons.
No, Gene Simmons loves Gene Simmons. His hair.
Well, that's what he wants us to think.
His hair fucking confuses me. Because you look at him in like the Unholy music video, he's got these long flowing locks of hair and he looks really intimidating. And when he's in the normal like demon outfit, his hair's in a bun and it's long and straggly and he looks kind of intimidating. And then when he's just walking around, he's got like this helmet of hair on his head that's really wiry.
Like a
And
bob.
Yeah,
Like a bob.
like a little helmet, like a little, you know, like a microphone. You know the mufflers you put it like.
Oh. Yeah.
It just looks like one of them sitting on his head.
Because, like, I don't know, I've only seen all of them with their, like, obviously, their, whatever you call it, uniform, I don't know.
Yeah, Paul Stanley still looks like Paul Stanley out of his makeup. Peter Criss looks like Peter Criss out of his makeup. Ace Frehley looks fat now, but he still looks like he did in his makeup. All the other members look like how they do out of their makeup, except Gene Simmons. It's like he puts a doppelganger on stage of what he used to look like.
Maybe he does, maybe he just steals the credit.
Yeah, he's got a body double and he just mimes over him and they're so in sync with each other. To be fair, they're in their 60s, so it's like, can't really complain.
Yeah, that's true. Like, not that I know much about Kiss anyway.
I was mad into Kiss. I've got most of their albums.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't listen to them as much anymore, but I do still appreciate them. They're my favourite, quote unquote, manufactured rock band. Because they barely wrote any of their own songs, and when they did, they'd have other people writing their stuff with them.
Yeah, that's not sounding so good. Like,
And they all
I
pretty
prefer
much each
people who
other.
write their own stuff. Like, I always will.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a bit more personal.
yeah.
But yeah, there's still a lot of like heart into like songs like Beth and stuff, but it's very sort of, oh, you love this song, won't you? I put no heart into it, but people will love this song, and you can kind of tell, and it is a bit of a shame, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
They were quite a unique sound. No one before them sounded like Kiss, and a lot of their earlier albums, it's a lot milder, but for the time they were quite heavy. I mean, they started in like 1969, I think it was.
Yeah,
Going a long while.
that's pretty heavy for them. Cause like that's when they were probably. You had those people in the 50s who were like, oh, those young people.
I had that for a
Them
while.
and their
didn't
damn music.
I? Yeah,
What?
I had that for a while.
Yeah, that's fine.
I zoned out. I like this. I like this idea of just sitting here with them. I feel like Howard Stern.
Yeah. I think that computer chair was a good investment for you. Well,
Yeah.
so not investment, but it was a good idea to get it over here.
Thank you, Nana. No, I feel like Kyle would be our Beetlejuice Green. We get him on every now and again. He'd just be talking shit. And again, we'd be talking shit too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shall we finish there? We got 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's too much for this.
Yeah, but
Right.
it might come to about 35 minutes.
Yeah, we probably cut some
This
shit
has
out.
been the Destroyers podcast.
And we don't know if this is the first or the second. It's probably the first
It's probably
because
the
we've
first.
lost our.
It's always the first.
We've lost our first.
This is